Enda, we're here at the Marker Hotel this morning. You've been nominated for the First Division Player of the Year. How does it feel to be recognised by your peers?
Well, look, it's something that I played in the league for quite a while now. Something that I always kind of wanted, and obviously my first goal was try and finish as high up the table with Treaty as possible. Then getting voted into Team of the Year, I was over the moon. But for your peers to vote you in as one of the best three it's a huge honour.
You said it's something you always hoped for. Did you think it might have been out of reach, or did you expect to win it?
Yeah,
or
look,
to be nominated, sorry.
To be honest with you, I always was kind of in and out and kind of flirting with it for a while, and just if it came, great. If not, it was just back to the drawing board and get in for next season again. But this year I had kind of a bit more about my whole season between goals and I suppose when I scored the goals as well. So look, it's great to get nominated, and as I said, the Team of the Year was my aim, but to get Player of the Year, it's a massive bonus.
We're a few days out from the awards night now. It must be a night you're really looking forward to.
Yeah, definitely. Even just the whole kind of weekend of it. Obviously, Stephen and myself have played together for a couple of years, and two Galway lads trying to get up and find our way in Dublin isn't easy, but we got there in the end. And yeah, look, I'm sure it'll be a great night for everyone to get rewarded with their hard work all year.
How important is PFA Ireland in the work they do to support players both on and off the pitch?
Oh, look, I don't think you can really put it into words. I think I started out when I was 16, so you're talking the guts of 14 years ago. I started out in the league, and it was only kind of being put in place then. But to see the way the league has developed and the work that Stephen, John, and look, you have to mention Ollie Cahill as well, the work they've done throughout the years has been unbelievable, and it's bringing the league so far on. And you look at the likes of Rovers and all them lads that are playing in Europe, they're competing, and I think they give it that platform. And obviously the news that has broken in the last couple of days about the minimum wage and that, it's obviously a massive help for the league, and it's credit to Stephen, John and the lads that were there before them.
It's going to make a massive difference in both divisions, isn't it?
Well, it will, yeah. Look, and I know it's going to be hard for some clubs and it's going to benefit other clubs, but look, for the league to develop and to be competing on all fronts in Europe, and that, I think it's a huge step in that direction.
For an amateur club like Treaty, it's definitely a step in the right direction, isn't it?
Yeah, well, look, Treaty's only in its existence the last 2 years, and I think there's been kind of a general vibe of we're overachieving on the pitch, and the club is only 2 years in existence, so it's trying to catch up to the achievements on the pitch. But speaking from our own point of view, it's definitely something that you have to be looking to invest in the few years. I'll be retired, no doubt. But look, it's a great step for young lads coming through the academy, knowing that they have that backing of the PFA and they can make it as hopefully a professional footballer.
Reflecting on 2022, it's probably the cup run that stands out most for yourself, is it?
Well, yeah, look, the cup run was great. I think I've said it in previous interviews, and that the giant killing of Treaty has, since the day we've been set up, we've always just kind of put it up to teams. And I don't know, is it a case of teams underestimating us, but they could definitely come off the pitch with a bit more respect for us. A lot of lads have played throughout the league for a couple of years. Mark Ludden, myself, Jack Brady, Jack Lynch. And look, we go out every game, just give it our all. And look, it's a credit to Tommy and his backroom staff as well, that we're well drilled, well set up. And look, it was a bit out of our reach this year when we drew Derry, but we went up and gave a good account for ourselves.
Yourself personally, a remarkable hat-trick against UCD, and then a narrow defeat to Derry in the semi-final. There's a lot of positives to take into next year, isn't there? Yeah,
for myself, the hat-trick against UCD was probably the highlight all season. To do it against the Premier Division opposition was a great feeling getting the match ball, but even to get through to a semi-final. Unfortunately, we drew Derry. It was a step too far. Derry were excellent. But again, I think it stands dead to us that the Derry supporters clapped us off the pitch after. And what you see is what you get with us in Treaty. It's hard work, great determination. And look, if that's the platform to build on for the future, we'll see where it goes.
20 goals in all competitions. You must be delighted with how this season has gone.
Well, yeah, I set myself a goal every season on what kind of targets I have. I had to revisit it because it came around a bit quicker than expected, and then I had to revisit a second time. But look, towards the end of the season, with maybe 7 or 8 games to go, I said if I got 20, I'd be over the moon with it. And look, it has been a very enjoyable season, and it's just hopefully I can build on it again next year.
You mentioned their Treaty only recently created. What's the next steps now for Treaty and football in Limerick?
Well, look, I think there's still, the foundations are put in place for the last 2 years. Tommy, Calla, all the lads in the backroom staff are looking after us on the pitch. We focus solely on that, but I know from speaking to people around the club, the likes of Sean O'Brien, Mick Murphy, they're fighting for what we're looking for as well, to the powers to be. I can Treaty go full time at the minute. I don't think it's feasible, but we've set kind of a standard as a club, as a team, where we want to be on the pitch, where we want to achieve, and it has to be the same every year. So they got to the playoffs in the first year, second year playoffs, cup semi-final. So look, it's ambition. Do we want to go up to the Premier? Of course, everyone wants to play at the best level they can. But again, the next step for Treaty is just getting the foundations in, because as you've seen before, other clubs can fall by the wayside, and you don't want that in Limerick, because now that there's a senior team in Limerick, like, the support is there. Hopefully we can get a few more behind us and push the club on that bit further.
It was personally the target next season would be 20 goals in all competitions again.
I won't get ahead of myself, but look, we'll give it a go. Look, it was, sometimes you have seasons where everything will go in. Could hit you on the back of the head and go in, and there's other seasons you could be doing everything right and it mightn't happen for you. But look, we'll take it. I'll visit my targets again next year and see where I go.
And congrats on the nomination, and best of luck in the awards.
Thanks very much.